Joey P, Joe Pizzapia, and welcome to 5 Things to Watch For, Week 8 here in the NFL and Fantasy, and we've got a lot to talk about today. Certainly an eventful Week 7, and now it's time to move on, though. And I want to start with the Jacksonville Jaguars. So the first thing to watch for is how the Jaguars respond. Now, last week's video, I know I thought they were going to respond off that awful performance in Dallas the week before, and they did. It just wasn't the response that I thought I was going to get. It was actually worse than the week before. So, Cody Kessler comes in, Blake Bortles the starter, for now, in air quotes. That's the thing to watch for. And I'll tell you what, the Eagles, they're playing out there in London this weekend, and I'm going to tell you, the Eagles continuously collapse in the fourth quarter. They continuously let teams back into games. Jacksonville right now is fighting for their life. The rest of their schedule could be very tenuous if they don't show up in this game right now. I think Jacksonville, believe it or not, needs this game more than the Eagles. How they respond, how Carlos Hyde gets worked into the offense, how TJ Yeldon is resumed to the offense too, and how this defense finally shows up after hearing about how great they are all last year, and they were. In the playoffs, they gave up a lot of points last time I checked to the Steelers and the Patriots, so it's time for the Jacksonville Jaguars defense to step up and win this game, so that's what I want to watch for as well. All right. The second thing to watch for is Marlon Mack's emergence, because the last 2 games since he's been back, he's been progressively better and better. This week, great matchup for him against the Oakland Raiders, who continuously trading off everybody that they have and getting rid of the entire team. But look, this is a team that struggles horrendously against the run. Real opportunity for Marlon Mack here. The way Andrew Luck has played, it certainly opens things up for him as well in terms of his ability to spread the field. So I think Mack is ready for a big game again in Week 8 here, 3rd in a row. See that? That's the arrow going up for Marlon Mack. That's what I'm talking about. All right, let's get to the third thing to watch for Week 8 in the NFL. And honestly, it's the health of Deshaun Watson. The last 2 games, under 200 yards passing and 25 or less passing attempts. He had that partially collapsed lung 2 weeks ago. This past week, he did not look 100%, so how he looks here on Thursday night is very important just from a fantasy perspective going forward, because this could be a long-term lingering thing, and if you have other quarterback options right now, and there's a good chance you might actually have some of them on the waiver wire, you might want to strongly consider it. I'm not saying that you want to remove Watson, but you might want to at least back yourself up here with a bench quarterback, because Watson right now, not 100%. All right, the fourth thing to watch for this week in the NFL is James White and his expanded role. With the injury to Sony Michel, who's going to be out for at least a few weeks, James White will continue to grow in that Patriot offense now and forever, because James White's a pretty darn good football player, and he fits what the Patriots like to do as well. They got Buffalo this week on Monday night. That should be a W for the Pats, and a fair amount of points as well for that team. So look at James White. Make sure you got him fired up everywhere that you own him. Even in standard leagues, I think you can make a case for James White 100% this week. And the last thing to watch for Week 5 in the NFL is a big marquee NFC matchup. It's the Rams, it's the Green Bay Packers, 2 of the top 5 offenses in the league squaring off who will play enough defense, or really what it comes down to is, can anybody stop Todd Gurley? I don't think anybody can, and it's what I want to watch for to see if maybe, just maybe, Aaron Rodgers has another miracle there and he can pull off an upset in Los Angeles. I don't think so personally, but it's definitely something I want to watch. All right, you can follow me on Twitter at JoePizzapia17. You can check out all the great content over at FantraxHQ.com. For everybody here at Fantrax, I'm Joey P. I'll see you next time, kids. Stay on track. Peace.